This is G, and on the 7th anniversary of the loss of Russell Jones, aka Old Dirty Bastard, just figured I wanted to say a little something, share a story. I met Asan Unique at the time, back in, it was late 91, like December 91, early 92, through RZA, who I had become friends with. And this is all kind of like when Wu-Tang was formulating. And, we got along and met him, throughout time when they come down to Philly and when the Wu-Tang thing launched. Did a lot of shows with Wu in the early days when, like, they had nothing. We were cramming in, like, extended cargo vans and sleeping sideways, like, taking mattresses off box springs at hotel rooms because we would only get, like, three hotel rooms or something for like 14 people. And I don't know, man, it's just what you saw on TV with Dirty was no act. That was Dirty, man. You never knew what you were going to get, depending on how drunk he was, how high he was. It was always an adventure with Dirty. But he was a good cat, man. There was times he got me put on for Elektra Records to be like their regional promotions person out in Philly, and every time he'd come to the area, or if I was doing shows with him after shows, he'd be like, you good, hand me, even just walk up and hand me like, $100 or something as a thank you. And he was a good-hearted dude. There's a lot of problems, but he's definitely a good dude. So he is much missed. I always wonder where would Wu be now if Dirty hadn't passed. I didn't get to see him when he got out of prison the last time. I wanted to link up with him, and that's a hard part for me, was I was supposed to meet him up the day after he died, and that was, it's one of the things I always wish I could have seen him again. But on that note, I'm gonna share this story. There was a promoter in Philly called Bobby Dance at a club, Dances Downtown, that Wu had performed at, and a bunch of the members had performed at. And he had brought Dirty out there was a show at a fire hall or somewhere down in Wilmington, Delaware. So Dirty and Buddha Monk flew into Philly, and I rolled out to the airport. Bobby had one of his people drive his Pathfinder out, and another car followed us. So we're there waiting, and Dirty comes off the plane. Him and Buddha, and Dirty's lit. He's already been drinking on the plane, like the little bottles. He had one in hand, little bottle of liquor from the airplane in hand. And this was right after he had been shot and chased and shot up and had, the surgeries from that. And so he didn't want to be in the vehicle with somebody he didn't know. So I called up Bobby Dance and talked to Bobby, and we agreed. I drove the Pathfinder down with Dirty and Buddha in the car. And Dirty's being Dirty. I mean, that was no act. It was, some of the stuff you saw on TV and videos, like, that was Dirty. So him and Buddha were all listening to, like, WDAS, jamming out to all the old soul joints. And me and Mrs. Jones comes on. And Dirty and Buddha are singing, and Dirty looks over at me. He's like, you ain't singing. I was like, I can't sing. He's like, I can't sing either, motherfucker, but sing along, in the Dirty Bastard voice. And just had me laughing. So the three of us are singing, and there's some other funny shit that went down that day, but that's that's my story. So I don't know, man, I miss you. It's just not the same. There'll never be another you, and it's great to see, and I'm thankful that all these people are helping keep his memory alive, because he was a friend, and he was a person, and it was hard to see him go through all the stuff he went through. But I don't know, man, you always live on. Peace.